Welcome back to JOTO Show. I'm your co-host, Jay Lakers. My co-host is here.
Hey everyone, it's me, Tony. I'm back again for another episode of the JOTO Show. This is episode 36. It is September 16th for us right now. This video will be out one day later for you guys, September 17th. But let's just get straight into it.
What's going on, sports world? Sports world. Primetime games.
Yep. We got a primetime game, so we're starting off with Thursday Night Football where Jordan Love
Oh,
and the
I like
Packers.
that. You did half one cutter, half the other cutter.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Jordan Love and the Packers beat the Washington Commanders 27 to 18. He had 292 yards, 2 touchdowns on 19 for 31 passing. They were wearing their forgot what they call them, like the white jerseys. I think it's called the snow warning, but they really could have just called it white cheese or something because they are the cheeseheads.
I don't know what it.
Missed opportunity.
I don't know what it's called for the Bengals. I forget what it's called when they do their all white.
Yeah.
I will look up next time.
Yeah.
I was watching the game.
I was watching it too. I was able to catch some of it. I think I might have actually been working kind of early that day, so I was able to watch it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was great job from the Packers. Their defense looks crazy good. They're 2-0 now, and the Commanders are 1-1.
Yep.
And they beat in 2 teams that made the playoffs last year already. So we'll see how that goes in the coming weeks.
Weeks. Nice. Okay, next.
Next, we have our Sunday Night Football game. This was an absolute snooze fest if you like touchdowns, because there was only one. I don't even think there was one. Actually, there was. It was a rushing touchdown.
It was.
But we had the
I was watching
Falcons.
it.
Yeah, we had the Falcons beat the Minnesota Vikings 22-6. Vikings mustered up 2 field goals in total.
Oh, I like it. Whoever who wins, you did the background. That's awesome.
Yeah. The Falcons with Michael Penix, he didn't throw a touchdown. He didn't need to. 13 for 21, 135 yards. The main story of the game was their rushing attack with Bijan Robinson and also their new kicker, which I can't remember his first name. I just know his last name is Romo.
Romo.
I'm about to look it up right now.
Romo.
John Parker Romo. He was signed not too long ago, got to the Falcons, and he went a perfect 5 for 5 on his field goal attempts.
Oh yeah, guys. Remember the last time we had the scoring the dings of like our social media going across the bottom of the screen? Has the Bengals and the Niners winning and loss record on there too. I just add that before today.
Yep. Then in our double Monday night header, we start with the first one. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers
1-point game
at the Houston Texans. 1-point win from the Bucks.
Wow.
Winning 20-19. Baker Mayfield, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns, 25 of 38.
Baker Mayfield.
He led the game-winning drive. 20-19. Baker and the Bucks win.
Yep. I was watching that. I was watching all these games, primetime games.
And then our final primetime game, we had the Chargers beating the Raiders 20-9.
In Las Vegas. Not
in
that
Las Vegas.
Yep.
Yeah, Justin Herbert, 19 for 27 for 242 yards and 2 touchdowns. And their defense looked great. They did lose Khalil Mack. His arm just did not go the way it was intended to, so he's hurt.
I saw that.
Yeah. There's other injuries we can get into, but that'll be a little bit later when we go through our games. So for now, that's good for the primetime. Let's move on to our next slide, where we got our Sunday afternoon games. These are usually lightning round. We just go over the score Starting off, we have the Ravens destroying the Browns 41-17. Ravens are now 2-0 while the Browns are 0-2. Derrick Henry for the Ravens only had 23 rushing yards, so good job, Cleveland. You stopped the run, but you couldn't score off of it, and they just kept scoring anyways. So, yeah, Ravens win 41-17.
Yeah, that was a lot score. The next game, the
Yeah.
Cincinnati Bengals won 31 to 27. My bad. The last time they were 2-0 was 2018 under the head coach Marvin Lewis. That's crazy. The last time they were 2-0. This is the first time Zach Taylor won 2 games in a row. First time ever.
Moving on to our next game, we have the Dallas Cowboys winning 40-37 in overtime. Our first overtime game of the season. We nearly had one last week. But this week we actually got our overtime game as compared to last week. 37-40 final score. This game was a surprisingly competitive game. No need for the Giants to be that offensively competitive. But yeah, we had Russell Wilson having some crazy stats that he hasn't done since he was in Seattle. But they still didn't win. That's because in overtime, Brandon Aubrey had a 64-yard game-winning field goal. And that's what sealed the deal for the Cowboys. Cowboys moved to 1-1. Giants are 0-2, but they look competitive, and they got a tough matchup next week. We'll go over that later.
Yep, I know that one. I saw that one. Holy crap.
Yep.
We have Detroit on this show this year. Look at them winning 52-21. Holy crap.
Yep. That's our next game we're talking about. 52-21. This was marked as the Ben Johnson revenge game because he's the new Bears head coach and he was the offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. But it was actually the Lions' revenge game to Ben Johnson joining a division rival, winning 52-21.
Nice. Sorry.
Putting up 52 points against your old OC is just insane. The Lions last week looked horrible against the Packers. They looked like they weren't the same team because they don't have their coordinators anymore. You know, they went to become head coaches. They're going to be horrible because look what they did last week. No, that was just a fluke game. They won 52-21 to the Bears.
They still have Shadow
Um,
Golf.
They still have their guys. They just don't have their coaches except for their main guy,
Yeah.
Dan Campbell. So yeah, 52-21. Like that game was, I kept tuning when I was watching on Red Zone. It literally kept cutting to the game to show off every touchdown, and it was just like, dude, they keep scoring. That's literally all it was, and I was just like, I was so shocked every time.
I'm surprised this game didn't go to 100.
At the pace they were going at, I'm surprised too.
Yeah. This week it was all high score. Last week it was all low scores.
Everyone was getting all the heebie-jeebies out last week. Moving on to our next game, we had Drake May and the Patriots defeating the Miami Dolphins in Miami, 33-27. Miami hasn't lost to New England in I believe 6 games, maybe 6 years, one or the other. And they finally broke that curse of not being able to beat them. This game had an interesting thing happen that hasn't happened in a while as well. Miami, on a punt return, scored a touchdown. The very next play, New England scored on the kickoff return. That hasn't happened since, I believe, the 90s, they mentioned.
Dang.
So, yeah, it was a while since it happened. It finally happened again. The Patriots moved to 1-1 while the Dolphins are 0-2, and they are not looking good at all this season.
Bengals have them this year. See how they get to now to then. The Dolphins
Yep.
and the Bengals too.
Moving on to our next game, we have the 49ers beating the Saints in a close battle, 26-21. We had Mac Jones, the former Patriot, replacing Brock Purdy. Due to Brock Purdy being out a couple of weeks, he dealt with an injury from last week, and he's out a couple of weeks. At most, I believe they said 5, but the minimum was 2. So Mac was for sure playing this game. He did a good job throwing 3 touchdowns. They did their job. He managed the game very well. Got the job done, winning 26-21 in New Orleans in the Superdome. So the Niners moved to 2-0 while the Saints are 0-2. And we move on to our next game, which was the Buffalo Bills beating the New York Jets in Jersey 30-10. This week it was a lot of James Cook. That man ran for a lot of yards. If you want to get specific on his yardage, I can just look real quick. It takes 2 seconds. For context, Josh Allen only had 148 passing yards, while James Cook was only 16 yards short of that in just rushing, with 2 touchdowns. Justin Fields in this game got hurt after looking amazing last week. He did not look good at all, and then he got hurt. So then Tyrod Taylor came in, and Tyrod will probably be playing for a few more weeks. With how bad the injury kind of looked, he got a concussion, so he's in concussion protocol. That'll take minimum a week, and once he passes it, then he'll be back. But kind of hoping Justin Fields doesn't get a Tua situation where they bring him back too soon, and then something worse happens and it makes the injury worse.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Bills win 30-10. Moving to our next game, we had the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh, winning 31-17. Sam Darnold did his job of winning this game. We had a kind of learn your rules moment where they needed to learn the rules on a kickoff return. Instead of grabbing the ball, and running off with it, because the new rule is if it lands in the end zone, it's going to be at the 35 for a touchback. So kickers are trying their best to not hit the end zone and let them return it. But here's the kicker for the returning team. If it hits the landing area, you don't even need to touch the ball. If it hits the landing area, it's a live ball, and anyone can touch it. So what happened was the Steelers guy, he missed the ball on the kickoff return, and he's like, okay, I missed it, that's fine. It's going to go in the end zone, whatever. The Seahawks picked it up, and they scored a touchdown off of that because it was a live ball. Now, some people said that he muffed it and actually touched it, and that's why they scored, but no, he did not touch it, and it was still a live ball. The refs called the touchdown. He probably lost his job or just learned his lesson. We'll see which one happens by next week. And yeah, Seahawks won that one. That was probably the game deciding factor because they won by 2 touchdowns, but before that, it was, I believe, a 1-score game. They scored it, and then it just got out of reach for Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Then we had the Rams beating the Tennessee Titans 33-19. This game we had Puka Nacua looking like Deebo Samuel. Instead of being the wide receiver, they just put him in at running back and let him run for a long yardage. 33-19 was the final score. Cam Ward, the rookie QB for the Titans this year, he threw his first touchdown, and it was a crazy touchdown. He did the number 1 rule you're not supposed to do as a quarterback, and he threw against his body. He was running right, looked to his left, and threw it all the way to the left side, but he still found the man open. Rookie to rookie, touchdown, Cam Ward. They didn't win this game, but definitely that would be a good memory. That's a good first touchdown to have, breaking the unwritten rule of a quarterback. Then we move on to our next game where the Arizona Cardinals won 27-22 against the Carolina Panthers. So, based off of that, all of the NFC West won their games this week. The Seahawks, Niners, Rams, and Cardinals all won. This was a battle between the 5'10" quarterbacks because surprisingly, I learned they are both 5'10". I thought Kyler was at least a little shorter than Bryce Young, but no, they're both 5'10".
Dang.
It was a close battle. 20, like I said, 22-27, one score game. I believe just the Cardinals made less mistakes than the Panthers, so that's what led to the win. I forgot to mention it on the Rams game. The Rams moved to 2-0 and the Titans are 0-2, while the Cardinals now they are also 2-0 and the Panthers are also 0-2. Then we have I don't even know what to say. This game was actually insane. The Broncos at Indianapolis. The Colts, man. They actually might be legit. Last week they beat up the Dolphins 33-8. And everyone's like, "Oh, it's the Dolphins. They're not a good team. Come on, they lost to the Patriots this week." So, the Broncos should have this. The Broncos have a really good defense. We'll see how they do against the Broncos defense. Yeah, they pretty much kept it close the whole game, and the game was decided by a penalty actually. For the game winner, they went for a 60-yard field goal. Missed it wide right. But then the
Saw
refs
that.
threw the flag. Yeah, the refs threw the flag. They called leverage. That's when you pretty much like use your body to push down on like the center or the people blocking to block the punt or the kick. So you can't do that. That's what they called. That's their final decision because then for a 45-yard attempt, it was much more doable for the Colts kicker who made it winning 29-28. Colts are now 2-0 with Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones, whatever you want to call him. He's got a lot of nicknames now.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah. And the Broncos are now 1-1, so a lot of surprising games. And then probably one of the most boring games actually of this week was the Super Bowl rematch between the Eagles and the Chiefs.
I was watching it.
I was watching it too, and unlike the other ones that were high scoring, close games,
This
and
was
all the or shootouts, this was kind of close, but at the same time it was just a bunch of uh bad play at times and then tush push. And then
I was watching it, someone say, don't tush push. I was like, don't say that again. They were saying, someone was saying that.
they're starting to hate the tush push now. Even
Yeah,
one
I
of the
know.
commentators was just like, "I hate the tush push guys."
That's
And I
what it
was like,
was. Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
yeah. He just hates the play now. It's like they didn't ban it, so they're gonna keep doing it.
I know.
If they banned it, they wouldn't be doing it, and the Chiefs
So-
might have won this game because half of the game was a bunch of tush pushes. There was some talking at the end of the game too. Chiefs defender Chris Jones was telling Jalen Hurts, the quarterback for the Eagles, that hey, you didn't even have 100 yards today, and he replied with, "Shut up, we won the game." As he was taking a knee as the time expired. So it was a good moment to hear that. Chiefs, surprisingly, for the first time in Patrick Mahomes' career, start 0-2. And also for the first time in Patrick's career, have lost 3 straight games if you go back to Super Bowl 59. Chiefs not looking too good. They lost 3 straight. They're
This is
starting
my
0-2 this season.
Guys, this is my prediction. I'm calling this already. Chiefs are not going to be good this year. They are already starting it. Thank God. We'll see what happens.
We'll see how it goes. I feel like eventually they will wake up, but yeah, starting 0-2 is not a great look for
They
them.
have a team next week. We'll talk about today in this.
We'll talk about them for sure in this episode. They play Sunday night actually, so a little tease
Yep.
on the upcoming schedule. But yeah, no, this game was not a fun watch. It was just like 20 to 17. It was like, okay, the game happened. Eagles won, move on. That's how it felt like to me.
It's like the Super Bowl all over again, almost.
Yeah. At least the Super Bowl, there was exciting things that happened in it.
Yeah.
And it was a blowout. Blowouts sometimes are fun to watch because like, wow, they're getting destroyed. This one was just like, it was close, but like they weren't competing, it seemed. It didn't seem like they wanted to win at times. Especially when Travis Kelsey is fumbling, not fumbling, he's tipping the ball to the defender on accident because he doesn't know how to catch near the end zone.
And he's in, you know what now?
Yeah.
With Taylor Swift.
Yep. He
Great.
is engaged with Taylor. Now that he's got Taylor as his fiance now, the man doesn't know how to catch a football, it seems. He dropped one last week. He dropped another one this week that led to an interception.
Yeah,
He's just had a lot of
they
drops recently.
lost against the Chargers in Brazil. And
Yeah,
they
that
lost,
was
yeah.
all over the place. The Chiefs are, one way to put it is the Chiefs are kind of a mess. So, yeah.
Everybody's saying, Chiefs might not be good this year. See,
Hmm.
so far, my prediction so far is right so far.
Now we're going to take a break from the NFL and talk about college, where our week 3 recap of our teams. And we got only one game today.
Wait, I have a lot of things to talk about. It's 17-0. The last time the Bearcats won 17-0, but last time the Bearcats was won shutout was 2024 against Houston 34-0. 2018 that was September 21st, 2024, 34-0. November 3rd, 2020, 2018, 42-0 over Navy, and a all-time record in 1912 dance against TRANSYLBNIA in 1912, 124, the highest they ever
Pennsylvania.
scored. Yeah, Pennsylvania, the highest score ever, 1912,
How much?
124,
Damn.
the
To
highest.
nothing?
Yes, our highest
Wow.
score ever in 1912.
That's some knowledge for you.
Yep. I got. I tell you, I had notes.
Yeah. All that talk, he's basically saying they've been doing crazy shutouts when they shut out. For my guys, San Jose State, they got a bye. Next week they play Idaho. We'll update you guys then.
Bearcats have a
I
bye
believe
next
next
week.
week, yeah, next week the Bearcats have a bye. So we'll just be
Yeah.
talking about San Jose State next week. Hoping for a win. Idaho is I believe a FCS team, not an FBS team. If that's not good, then something's got to change. Either my team's got to change
or something.
because it's or something because these guys are giving me a headache every time I see that their scores are and they lose by 20 plus. But
uh,
yeah, then again, last time it was against Texas, so I don't blame them.
because it was a ranked team.
Yeah, it was a ranked team versus us. So
Yeah.
all right,
Who they play against again? I forgot. Next week, Iowa.
Idaho,
Iowa. Oh my
not
god.
even not even Iowa, Idaho.
I know. Iowa. I'm like, what? Okay, now. Okay, move on. I'm gonna look at
Yeah, we
something.
move on.
You can talk about
Move
this.
on to our yeah. Move on to our week 4 top 25 for NCAA. So yeah, we have our top 10 and our top 25. So let's quickly go over them. This was released September 14th. So every Sunday they get released. So
Yep. And then
yeah,
I think excuse me, I think Tuesday for basketball or Monday, 1 to 2.
I believe so. I believe
Yeah,
so.
it's one of them.
But yeah, let's go through them. We have our top three stays the same with Ohio State, Penn State, and LSU. Then Miami moves up one, and Georgia also moves up one because the Ducks move down 2 spots. Florida State goes up 3 spots. Texas goes down a spot. Illinois moves up 2 spots. Texas A&M moves up 6. Oklahoma moves up 2 to start our top 25 outside of the top 10. Iowa State moves up 2. Ole Miss moves up 4. Alabama moves up 5. Tennessee moves up 7. Utah moves up 4. Texas Tech moves up 4. And then our first new team is Georgia Tech, who move all the way to 18 after winning their first game, or after being ranked now for the first time. Then Indiana moves up 3. Vanderbilt is our next new team, ranked 20th. Michigan moves up 2. Auburn moves up 2. Missouri moves up 2. Notre Dame moves down 16 down to 24. And then USC, that's Southern California. They're also a new team, and they're 25th. So with 3 new teams, mean 3 teams are out. They are formerly ranked 11, South Carolina, formerly ranked 12, Clemson, and formerly ranked 18th, South Florida.
Now we're back talking about our last week predictions. Or how many times we won and lost. Here we go.
I nearly had a perfect week.
I had 11-5 again. I don't know how.
Yeah, he is consistently going 11-5. I went 14-2. My 2 games I got wrong were the Raiders on Monday night and the Vikings on Sunday night. So heading into Sunday night, I had a perfect 13-0 record, and then won only 1 out of the last 3 on my predictions.
I hope this week 3 will be better for me. I hope so. I hope it's not 11.
It's gonna be 11-5 again. But when we round up the totals here with last week's, he is 22-10 because he just basically doubled his record on both sides, and I am 25-7, so I am 3 games ahead. Obviously, we still have plenty of season left. We'll see how that goes, and yeah. All right, but it's time to preview week 3, where we go through our primetime games and our team's games. And to start off, we have Thursday night football. I probably won't because I probably work that day. Actually, I do work that. I know for a fact I work that day, so I will not be watching this game.
Oh, that night.
I'll probably score watch. Yeah, I work that night. I'll probably watch the score, but that's the most I'll be able to watch. It's between the Dolphins and the Bills. If you looked at this 3 weeks ago, you'd be like, okay, this is a good matchup. You look at it now and you're thinking the Bills are 2-0 with a total of 71 points scored, while the Dolphins are 0-2 with a horrendous showing on both games defensively.
This game will be at 8:15 on Prime Video. 8:15 Eastern Time.
8:15 on Prime Video, and that's probably how many points the Bills are going to score. 815. Yeah.
I'll be watching it, so.
I'll be score watching. I'll see every touchdown that gets thrown and ran in.
I'll be watching it and working on my L videos for my L channels. It's up ready.
Yeah. So then moving on, have some Sunday afternoon games, starting with the Bengals heading over to US Bank Stadium, where the Bengals are heading to the Minnesota Vikings.
We have breaking
both
news.
Of these teams.
We have breaking news for both teams.
Yeah, both these teams got breaking news. They're going to be starting their backup quarterbacks. The Bengals, Joe Burrow injured his toe. He's got turf toe. He's getting surgery for it. He's out minimum 3 months.
Yep, minimum 3 months.
Minimum 3 months, so the Bengals are going to get a lot of Jake Browning.
And Bengals got 2 new quarterbacks. I don't know who they are yet. I just heard we're getting 2 new quarterbacks too. With this too. Help out. I don't know that yet. Well, I'll probably make a separate video about that. Probably,
Yeah,
yeah, separate video.
that'll be good for them. They're gonna need that for the 3 months for sure. While the Vikings surprisingly reported that JJ McCarthy has ankle issues, so then Carson Wentz is actually going to be starting for them
Yep, both star
this
quarterbacks
coming
for
week.
both teams are not going to be in this game to this week 3. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
your
crazy.
week 1 starters for both of these teams, their quarterback, they're both out for this
Yep.
game.
Joe Brewer got out in the second quarter.
Yeah, and then JJ, I guess, played so bad they had to make up an injury for him, and he say his ankle is bad, so we're playing Carson Wentz because he did not look injured at all. He just didn't look the greatest against the Falcons.
I'm ready for it. I'll be watching it.
Yeah, this is also between Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, that wide receiving duo that back in LSU.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And your team.
Yep, and then we got my team. We have our home opener where we're hosting the Arizona Cardinals. Um, Once again, we have another QB issue. Obviously, I mentioned Brock Purdy was out last week, so that's why Mac Jones played. He's still going to be out, more than likely. There's reports that he is getting better and might
Your
play this
backup
game.
quarterback made the win with 2 wins, like the Bengals did.
He did, yeah, he got the job done. We'll see who plays. We don't know fully information yet, but more than likely it will be Mac Jones again. There is a chance that Brock will play.
Mm.
Just a very slim one. They're going against the Cardinals, who are also 2-0. So one team's getting their first loss, the other one's moving to 3-0, or they're both getting a tie, because that can happen. And yeah, first game in Levi Stadium. This is the first game this year in the stadium that will host Super Bowl 60.
Yep.
So yeah, we get to see how the field's going to be looking. If it looks bad, then it's going to be a bad Super Bowl, but could just be a bad grass day one day. All
Exactly.
right. Then moving on to our Sunday night football game, we have a matchup that at the start of the season you were like, okay, easy win for Kansas City, right? Well, both teams are 0-2. One team looks really good while being 0-2, and the other team is falling apart while looking 0-2. The Giants, in both of their losses, especially this week, looked really good. Russ threw 450 yards this past week, looking like prime Russ again. So we don't know how good the Giants actually are because they don't have a win. We don't know how good the Chiefs actually are, or potentially how bad they are because they don't have a win. So Sunday Night Football in MetLife Stadium.
Yep, again.
We'll get to see
This
two 0-2
time,
teams go at it.
this time it's not the Jets. This time it's the New York Giants.
And then finally, on Monday Night Football, we have the Ravens hosting the Detroit Lions.
It is on
Heading to Baltimore in this one.
It's on ESPN and ABC ESPN, I think so, and ESPN2 with the
I believe so.
Manings. You can watch the Manings on ESPN2 during this game.
Yep.
Manings will be back this week. Last week they were not because there was 2 games. They only do their show for 1 game, so they'd be back in this game.
Yeah. Ravens, they're 2-0. They destroyed. Oh no, sorry. Wow, actually, they're both 1-1. I forgot. Ravens destroyed the Browns this past week, but the week prior they allowed a crazy comeback from Josh Allen and the Bills, so they're 1-1. The Lions got destroyed week 1 by the Packers, and then destroyed the Bears this past week. So both teams 1-1 heading into this game with a win in their book. I will too, actually. I'm actually off that day, so I get to watch this one.
I'll be watching Eli Manning and Peyton Manning.
And now, time for our picks for week 3.
Ooh. I was in drink. I made difference this time, Tony. I mean,
let me count them up. You talk about your games first. I'll count them up.
I got Buffalo that game. Thursday night game. I got Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta Falcons. I got Packers. I got Houston, Cincinnati. I know we don't have our main quarterback. Minnesota doesn't have their main quarterback either. So I got Philadelphia, Tampa Bay, Tennessee, Raiders, Broncos, Seattle, um, Denver. I got Arizona, Giants, and Detroit Lions. Tony?
You have like 5 different games, I think. So
Oh, wow, 5.
yeah, we have 5 different games. I'm seeing Pittsburgh's different. I'm seeing Indianapolis is different. Arizona's different. Giants are different.
And then Monday's
And
different.
and Monday night. Yeah. But yeah, pretty much everything else. Yeah, like I mentioned, Buffalo on Thursday, Atlanta, Green Bay, Houston, Cincinnati, just like him. But I got Pittsburgh over New England. Bad game for them last week. This week they should bounce back. I feel like Philly's still gonna be Philly. So I got them winning. Tampa Bay is looking great, while the Jets are gonna have to use their backup quarterback. Indianapolis looked great 2 weeks in a row, while Tennessee's still trying to figure out their rookie quarterback. So I got them starting 3-0, surprisingly. I got the Raiders winning over Washington, surprisingly. Jaden Daniels and the crew did not look the greatest against the Packers pass rush and stuff. And the Raiders got a guy named Max Crosby. So they can pressure him. It just depends how good the offense could be. So that could go either way. I got Denver over the Chargers. Denver lost to the Colts in an upsetting fashion, while the Chargers beat the Raiders because they just kept throwing interceptions to them. Chargers are first place in the AFC West, so Denver's got some extra fire to try to win this game. They'll take first if they get this win. Seattle over New Orleans. Dallas over Chicago. I got the Niners, of course, over the Cardinals. And then for Sunday, Patrick Mahomes has never gone 0-4. Then again, he's never gone 0-3. But then again, he's never lost 4 straight either. He's never lost 3 straight either. But he then did it. He never started 0-2. You never know what could happen. I'm gonna say the Chiefs, but I would be glad if the Giants won.
Be wrong.
I wouldn't.
Glad be wrong.
Yeah, I would glad to be wrong for that one. And then for Monday night, I got Baltimore.
I'll
So
be
yeah,
watching.
5 different picks.
I'll be watching some of these games.
Yeah, definitely tuning on the games I get a chance to.
Yeah, I'll be watching them. I'll be watching them, guys, being studying them, and be ready to talk about it in our next talk show.
Yeah,
Take some notes.
we both better take some notes.
Yeah.
All right. And with that, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, sticking around. Yeah, I'm gonna just quickly get this out of the way. You know the drill. Editor Tony, hit the outro music while Jay Lakers hit the outro.
You got your before I said that, you got your all your editing stuff done? Like,
Yeah.
oh, good. Guys,
Yeah, I got it set
you
up
see
now.
the bottom of the you guys see the bottom of the screen? Cincinnati Bengals and San Francisco Niners. I put the wins and losses up there. Don't try. You post the whole time. Every week, I'll change that. So don't forget, this corner, one of these corners will have one of our videos, probably was our video, whatever. We'll see this on next time on the JOTO Show. Don't forget to follow us, whoever says in the scroll thing. I'll say this all the time. Bye.